So far in the fundamental analysis series, we have learnt everything an investor should know about the company and its stock before investing in it. So now let's talk about how can you monitor your stock investments. As an investor, हम किसी भी stock में तब invest करते हैं when we have a view on it. Maybe you think the stock is undervalued. या शायद आपको लगता है कि आने वाले समय में वो कंपनी अपनी इंडस्ट्री में अच्छा परफॉर्म करेगी या लीडर बनेगी. Whatever that view is, it is based on the premise that the stock's price will rise with time. Now, to ensure that this view is intact, we need to review our investments periodically. We can do this by viewing our investments both subjectively and objectively. So how do you track whether your view is panning out? You can do this by tracking news about the company, the industry it operates in, and factors that may influence the view both negatively and positively. ये एक subjective point है and it depends upon your interpretation. For example, मान लीजिए आपने एक electric vehicle focused auto company में invest किया, ये सोचकर कि future में more people will switch to EVs. Now you need to follow everything the company is doing to fast track the adoption of EVs. That includes the response of its competitors and whether government policies are promoting the EV drive or hindering it. Before moving on, here's a word of caution. Never change your view based on market rumors. Always evaluate the implication of the new information before making a call. In objective analysis, we need to do a hygiene check of the company. यहाँ 3 चीजें देखनी जरूरी होती हैं. नंबर 1, ट्रेंड्स इन अर्निंग्स. हम देखेंगे कि कंपनी की अर्निंग्स क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर या ईयर ऑन ईयर बढ़ रही है या घट रही है. नंबर 2, प्रमोटर और मैनेजमेंट होल्डिंग पैटर्न. Majority investors reducing their stake over time could be a major red flag. Number 3, promoter pledge. Promoter pledging means taking loans against the shares a promoter holds. While this is not bad, a high pledge can be one of the first signs of financial trouble. This is particularly if the pledged stake is high and the promoter is unable to pay back the dues. Apart from the subjective and objective review of the company, हमने stock price की movement को भी track करना चाहिए. Any of these 3 things can happen after we invest in a stock. नंबर 1, या तो उसका प्राइस गिरेगा. नंबर 2, या तो वो बढ़ेगा. नंबर 3, या प्राइस में कोई चेंज नहीं आएगा. अगर स्टॉक प्राइस गिरा तो यू नीड टू रीअसेस योर स्टांस. मतलब ये पता करना है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट के वक्त आपका जो व्यू था वो एक्चुअली सही था या नहीं. यंग इन्वेस्टर्स अक्सर अपने व्यू पर ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाते हैं. वी टेंड टू थिंक दैट द मार्केट इज रॉन्ग इन वैल्यूइंग द स्टॉक. But remember, the market is usually very good in discounting future expectations. सरल भाषा में it doesn't mean your view is wrong, but the probability of you being wrong is much higher than of the market being wrong. So if the stocks fall, first reassess your view. You can do this by using the subjective and objective analysis we talked about earlier in this video. This conviction should be based on your understanding about the company and sector. Otherwise, you should exit your position. If the price stays flat, hold your investment. Give time for your view to pan out. Reevaluate your view and take a decision accordingly. If the price rises, you can do 2 things. Number 1, reaffirm your view on the stock. If it is still intact and you feel the stock is still undervalued, avoid the temptation to book profits and stay invested. Number 2, हो सकता है आपके खरीदने के बाद स्टॉक प्राइस काफी तेजी से बढ़ गया and now the stock is overvalued. This situation can get trickier, so you should sell. But very often there is a wisdom in holding rather than selling, assuming that your view on the company's business is panning out. ऐसा क्यों? Remember that share prices move in burst. मतलब हो सकता है कि एक स्टॉक एक साल में डबल हो गया, फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर इट विल रिमेन फ्लैट एंड देन सडनली इट विल डबल अगेन. It is often difficult to time these movements. Hence, it is better to remain invested in good companies with the assumption that you will hold them for a long time. Secondly, truly great companies compound wealth at an astonishing rate. This means their price will double very often and then grow more from there, and so on over the course of a few years. कोई भी वेल परफॉर्मिंग स्टॉक को सेल करने की नौबत सिर्फ दो सिचुएशन में आनी चाहिए. Number 1, its business prospects seem to be changing for the worst. Number 2, the stock's valuations have gone into astronomical territory. For example, if a company's PE ratio is in multiples of 100 or it is trading at more than 10 times book value, barring such situation, hold on to the well-performing stocks. So that's it. These are the rules you need to follow when it comes to monitoring companies in your portfolio.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.